so my thoughts are very simple. From the Chiefs side, I like what he did versus Sundowns in the first game. And essentially what they were doing was, you have your back four, then you had Mart Castillo and Stebe. And all he did was, we're going to put these three in front of you, and we're going to force you wide. But when we force you wide, one of the guys is going to go and help. So Frosla was pretty amazing in the match versus Masego. As one-dimensional as Masego was, he was very amazing. Why? Because Tebe came in as a secondary marker, if that makes sense, to try to stop him from turning around. And I would do that primarily because I don't want the two guys in the middle to move. Chiefs has problems when these two, I want to Mosimane. If Frosla goes or Tanti goes and there's an attack that pulls one of them out of the center, they usually struggle to communicate with each other, and they also don't have anybody who can slot in to become a three should one of the guys go. So the one instruction is, whoever's in front of the defense, when we are defending, if one of the wings is busy, slot in. Then we make it a three with one person on the side or something like that. That's what I'd do, number one. Number two, the secondary thing is that you have to have Sundowns think about something, right? What we've seen with Rulani's Chameleon is that in possession, they invert Mudiba. Kutsia pushes up. They push all the way up, and they're left with two at the back. Target one of them, whoever the slowest one is. If Grant Kekana's playing, don't go Grant's side, go Mbala's side. And quickly transition out. So when you win the ball back, play it to the side. So I'm not necessarily saying kick it up or just whatever you do, try play it towards the one center back and have Dupriya go pound for pound with that person. The reason why I'm saying it is that last time we saw it with AB, where AB was left alone, and just like with Mosimane Nditlokwe, when you move them out of them being comfortable, because what they do is that they play a back three with Kutsia there. When they're defending, Kutsia leaves, and then it becomes a two. Then usually teams are too slow to get up to them, so they can't go back to the three. So target one of the center backs. And even if it's just to get him to get a yellow card or to get some fouls on him so that Rulani has to force someone back, I'd say leave Dupriya up. I'd say maybe Mdantsane, somebody who can play a ball. Keep the two up, and then have the other guys do exactly what we did in that first game. Force them to go wide. Don't let them come centrally. Force them to go wide. Get some help to try trap that person in there. Because the other thing is, our defense doesn't have to worry about Shalulile. They don't have a central striker, and Uzwane has shown that while he's very good, he also thinks like a midfielder when he gets there. So they want to make an extra pass. Target that. Try get Mendieta in trouble if Mendieta is going to start. But take advantage of the fact that they defend in a two. And even if it's just to catch them off guard, you really just need to catch people off guard 2 or 3 times before plans change. You get what I mean? That's what I'd do. On Sundowns' side, other side, because we've got so many midfielders, Zwane as the 10, move to the, pick a side, and make sure that you're pulling the fullback out. So if you're playing a winger, don't have your winger run all the way in. Have your winger run into a space where it has to be engaged by either the left or right back, and then put somebody in, maybe Zwane, to run into the space behind. In that way, you move one of the two center backs out of position, and usually, because there's no midfield, because the midfield of Chiefs is not disciplined enough, you'll be able to create some chances. Saw it versus TS Galaxy, saw it versus Stellenbosch a few times, and once we are under pressure, hey, we don't know how to, we panic, and we don't know how to defend. We kind of forget how to defend. So that's what I'd do in that case. And then also, I'd say centrally, Chiefs defense tends to watch the ball, but also if you press them, they panic. So press them, see if they do try and do that building from the back again, hit them there. The problem with Masego is that Masego is an old school winger. He's a proper winger. He's not a inverted type of Rulani extra number 10. He's a proper winger. So his instincts are still to try cross the ball when he gets to that part. So if Masego starts, Frosler's going to have another good day. Rulani also said it that if Masego's just not there yet in how Sundowns wants to play. He still wants to play like how you'd play elsewhere, where it's go down the line and cross the ball in. Okay,